she's so fine. Hell of a hell of a blows my mind. Hell of a hell of a lights my...
What's good, guys? This story is coming out of Sacramento, California. It came out this evening, March the 20th, 2021. Player who collapsed at Sac High School football game dies, district says. A Kennedy High School football player who collapsed during a football game has died, according to the Sacramento City Unified School District. The player, later identified as Emmanuel Antwi, fell to the ground during the game Friday around 8:20 p.m. Medical personnel quickly transported the player to a hospital. School officials canceled the game and cleared out the limited fans in attendance at the stadium. Quote, "Today we learned that Emmanuel Antwi, a John F. Kennedy senior athlete, died after a medical emergency during Friday night's football game," end quote, the district said in a release Saturday. Quote, "We do not have many details to share beyond this. Our hearts go out to Emmanuel's family and our school community during this difficult time. We ask all to give them privacy and time for healing and comfort as they grieve," end quote, the district continued. In a letter sent out to families, Kennedy High School says school counselors and mental health support staff will be available for a virtual drop-in grieving space through Zoom beginning Monday morning. Counselors will also be available in person once football practice resumes, the school said. Anyone who may be struggling can also call or text 916-support. Reach the crisis text line by texting, quote, "home," end quote, to 741-741, and reach the suicide prevention hotline at 916-368-3111. This is a developing story. I'm going to go ahead and play the video that goes with this.
And that breaking news right here as we continue to follow a developing story out of Sacramento's Kennedy High School. A player collapsed on the field during last night's football game, leaving people at the game in shock. KCRA3's Melanie Wingo just learned the identity of the player and his condition. She joins us live from the school now with an update. Melanie.
Walter, just within the last hour, the Sac City Unified School District sent out a message on behalf of its superintendent, the superintendent saying that the student was Emmanuel Antwi, and he confirmed that Antwi died after collapsing on the field here last night. The John F. Kennedy High School Stadium is quiet, one day after people in the scarcely populated stands witnessed a devastating scene unfold on the field below. High school football game night back in action after a year-long pandemic-forced hiatus tragically halted as a Kennedy player collapsed on the sideline. KCRA3 was there to cover the game, capturing the visibly upset players and coaches after their teammate was rushed by paramedics to the hospital. In a message, Sacramento City Unified School District Superintendent said, quote, "Today we learned that Emmanuel Antwi, a John F. Kennedy senior athlete, died after a medical emergency during Friday night's football game. We do not have many details to share beyond this. Our hearts go out to Emmanuel's family and our school community during this difficult time. We ask all to give them privacy and time for healing and comfort as they grieve." A district spokesperson also telling KCRA3, as part of our standard protocols, our district's trauma response team will be supporting our students and staff and will be following up with them over the coming days to help them mentally address and process this incident. We also learned from the district this afternoon that the school's principal here from Kennedy High School informed the school community about this tragic loss in a letter earlier today. And although we have been out here all day long and we haven't seen anybody coming and going in relation to this incident, we did see one young gentleman. He graduated from Kennedy High School last year and said that he did play with Emmanuel, or Manny as they called him, on the high school football team. That young man said that Manny was known as a very strong team player, always pitching in, a really good spirit. We do expect to learn a lot more about Manny in the coming days. Reporting live in Sacramento, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
That's a terrible story. You hate to hear of any young person just collapsing like that and dying instantly. I know his team and coaches and family are just extremely distraught during this time. So I'm going to end the video on that note, but thanks for watching, guys.